Muscovy end in 37. That is in 14 years. So yes, Poland, as long as they don't lose Monarch Point, and as long as they don't spend admin on anything, should, theoretically, be able to form the Commonwealth. Lithuania does have high liberty desire, but that should be possible to burn down. Oh wait, they're not. Right, they're not considered a subject, they're a subject. Which is weird. Personal union. Anyway, meanwhile, the war over here is now the one that I am most interested in. Let's take a look at this from Delhi's perspective, because all of the fighting right now is against Jaunpur. So like I said, Jaunpur really fighting against the wrong people there. I think he basically had to take a chance to go after Delhi, but Jaunpur is just so isolated. Jaunpur's armies with no morale, fighting against Bahmanis, who also has an extremely strong and kind of scary military. And there is Jaunpur's army stack wiped. 40,000 men. Dead. Meanwhile, Oirat moving in to assist. Clearly they have got access from Jaunpur. So Oirat and Delhi now, I think, working together. This could be the start of an alliance between these two. Oirat definitely showing that they're interested in expanding into Delhi's territories. But how hard is Oirat going to fight to save them? Because Jaunpur is definitely going to be in a position to be a thorn in their sides. The territories that Jaunpur controls, with the exception of Bengal, which they would definitely like to get their hands on, is really, really rich. So much farmland. So much! There's just loads of it. Who paid his debt? Poland. Probably just went bankrupt. Nope, still got debt. So what he probably did is he had taken out 3,000 just straight away. So he probably paid back about 1,500 of that, which he still had left over. But he's still 27 debts in. Oh no, 4,200. He's gone further into debt. It's just his interest has gone down. That's going to take some recovering from. Has no army, so he's not paying for an army. Hasn't got a navy, really. Diplomatic expenses, they are paying raw reps to Denmark and the Ottomans. And still getting knowledge sharing from Castile. So once the knowledge sharing is over, they should be able to make a bit more money back. But that's going to be a long, painful recovery. Going that heavily into debt at this stage of the game, it's only 1523. I will want to talk to those players, but I want to keep tabs on what's going on here right now. So Oirat are sweeping into a fight against Delhi and Bahmanis. Oirat were in a plains territory, so they did have the advantage. But Bahmanis and allies just bringing in too many troops to really do any damage. Have Jaunpur managed to tech up yet? I doubt it, because they were a bit of a ways behind. They're still on tech 8. 2 techs behind Bahmanis, which is just dangerous. And Bahmanis actually having finished off defensive ideas before Jaunpur even started. I wonder why that is. Probably because they've been focusing military advisors. Just because they've been so wealthy. Yeah, at the moment they do have one, but it's just a level 1. Meanwhile, over here in Delhi, the Oirat encroachments do seem to have stopped. Delhi have built up a good screen of forts here to protect their outer provinces. Delhi being the exception, it is a little bit exposed against Jaunpur's expansion plans, but Jaunpur definitely on the back foot here. Jaunpur currently losing 18,000 ducats. 18 ducats, not 18,000, that would be even worse. 12 loans in the bank, 2,500 ducats in debt. How is Bahmanis doing? Bahmanis have a ton of cash, probably being supported by somebody else. Although they are not currently getting any subsidies. Jaunpur are not either. Delhi are not either. Delhi also not having taken any loans. Bahman is just so wealthy. That's got to be a lump sum payment from somebody. I mean, they are making a lot, despite being at war with a full army. Where's that money coming from? Trade. Of course, they own Coromandel, and they're pushing all the trade out Bengal, because they basically control Bengal. Yeah, Coromandel making them a ton of cash at the moment. Like, Bahmanis are just in such a strong position right now. They really are. And, oh no, Oirat's still in the war. But now it's just an occupation. Slowly but surely taking territories. Meanwhile, Doti, Ratampur and Jaunpur are fighting against Ayutthaya's forces. Didn't realise they're allied against them as well. This does look like it'll be a fairly easy victory for those guys. But they've just consolidated such a large force here. There's nothing really Jaunpur can do about that. This might well be an opportunity or a time to say, okay, peace. What do you want? And Poland have lost their personal union. Lithuania are now independent. So what happened there? King died? Maybe? While Liberty Desire was high and maybe prestige. I think Poland needs to keep their prestige positive. I think that might have something to do with it. But yeah, Commonwealth no longer possible. Unless they get a personal union with Lithuania again somehow. Bahmanis might be strong enough to form Hindustan at some point, which would be a monster. Yeah, possibly. Let's take a look at what that requires. Hindustan needs peace, stability, Multan, Doab. In fact, thanks to Paradox's new system, we can see what that means. No, they need Delhi province. So Delhi would need to fall for that to happen. Jaunpur and Delhi really needed to work together to deal with the southern enemy. They did. I said that from the start. These two needed to band together to stop Bahmanis' expansion. They're just too strong on their own. As soon as Bahmanis got that alliance with Delhi, Jaunpur was screwed. Jaunpur kind of had to look out to Malacca, possibly get an actual alliance with Oirat. Doesn't look like Oirat's doing too much to defend them at the moment. Oh, no, I could be wrong. I don't want to put words into their mouth. Muscovy, meanwhile, were in a little bit of debt. No debt. Losing a bit of money at the moment because their army maintenance is high and they are probably reinforcing. What maintenance? Diplomatic expenses. They are currently paying blood knowledge sharing to Milan. Let's actually take a look at this. So, several states around Europe getting knowledge sharing with Castile to get the technology to spread over to them. Mamluks also now having colonialism, probably having done the same thing. Around the rest of the world, Malacca is getting colonialism. Malacca must have finished their exploration ideas, so it will eventually spread here. They have indeed. And are they... They're not doing the edict. If they did the advancement effort edict, it would spread even faster. It's currently going at 0.31 a month, which means in 1550, so in about 26 years, Malacca will have colonialism. And the Kamchandals, they beat the Kamchandals. Meanwhile, battle. Oh no, 50,000 against 80,000. Bahmanis currently being outnumbered here by a significant expedition by Oirat. They arrived there faster than I thought they would. Oirat do look like they are moving out to go into Vanassi to try and catch some of the fleeing forces. They have caught a Bahmanis stack here. It is equal numbers. Oirat coming in with actually a better general than the Bahmanis have. The Ottomans, these are not. And then Oirat in the open, getting their shock bonus and just trouncing Bahmanis' forces there. So it does look like Oirat are very much sticking their flag in, saying, Jaunpur, we're friendly in this. Having that enemy to the south of Oirat, getting into the soft underbelly would have just been too dangerous. Oirat now jumping in against a bunch of rebels. How is Oirat's manpower situation? Oirat have... Oh no, sorry, here we go. They have lost about 50,000 manpower. So definitely costing them a bit in terms of this war. But is that just because of their army expansion? They are now at 87 regiments. I don't know that they were necessarily quite that many as well. Mamelukes too. What's that with the Mamelukes? Don't know. Unless it was Mamluk Condottieri or something arriving. Doesn't look like it. So is Jaunpur Hindu? Jaunpur is Hindu. So probably the reason that Bahmanis and Delhi are working together is because they're both Islamic. Whereas Jaunpur is one of the remaining Hindu states. So Jaunpur currently fighting against Ayutthaya, winning that fight fairly easily because they're just crazy strong morale. Like, even though they're behind in military technology, they are still fighting blow for blow. Muscovy attacking Oirat right now would be smart. Muscovy is still smarting from their war against Poland, I think. I mean, they're not in debt. They are low on manpower. So maybe just biding their time. Because they do have a fairly significant military. So Oirat working together with their new friend, pushing enemy forces back. I wouldn't be that surprised if we see a formal alliance after this war between those two. Just going to double check that they're not already. Transaxonia, Ajam, Mewat. Didn't we see Ajam? Oh no, it was Moroccan and Tunis condottieri. Ajam are very wealthy. Ajam might well be wanting to finance their friend. Maybe they are. They are subsidizing Luristan, of all people. Not Jaunpur. Oh, Bahmanis have also hired Mamluk soldiers. So Bahmanis definitely not lacking in friends. Bahmanis have made some deals, done some wheeling and dealing. Are they actually paying for any of these condottieri, though? That is the question. They are paying for Ajam. Wait, Ajam have... Aren't Ajam allied to Jaunpur?
So, have you noticed the giant cluster thing that's going on in Germany right now?
No, because I'm watching a player war in India.
So, I got a bunch of guys to help me attack Holland to vassalize it, and then Ulm had his coalition fire at the same time.
Oh.
And then Brandenburg went to, who's also in the war with me, went to war with Lithuania to restore the union for Poland.
Right.
So
Poland's doing that. Okay, good.
Yeah, so everything's just going crazy, right?
Meanwhile, we've also got Jaunpur versus Delhi and Bahmanis and Oirat.
Yeah, it's Oirat versus all of India.
Oirat and Jaunpur.
Oh, so he does have an ally in India. But yeah, so it's like all of Germany's at war internally, and Austria's just standing there waving.
Sorry, I need to get back to this. We've got some more fights.
I just wanted to let you know, because I figured you didn't notice that.
No, I didn't, and I will definitely look at that. Thank you. So, 68,000 Oirat versus 100,000. This is in the plains. This do have the bonuses. 4.3 morale versus 4.4. Northern fight is over first, but we do have 40,000 coming in. It's now 100,000 versus 90,000. 4.3 morale versus 4.4. It does look like the Moroccan condottieri are going to be edging the others out. They do have the better tactics at the moment, but those Oirat forces doing a lot of damage. I kind of want to see how Bahmanis are doing in terms of manpower and stuff. They are now losing money as their mercenary payments are probably starting to spike. Reinforcements paying out 66 as well. So definitely starting to run a little bit short on money there, although Oirat 2 did lose a bunch of cash. That was a massive fight over there at the moment. Meanwhile, in Germany, whoops, alt-tabbing does not help. We have got Ulm currently fighting their coalition, which consists of Montferrat, Nassau, Cologne, Palatinate, Kelra, Baden, Trier, and Saxony. Wait, oh, Kelra is not. Okay. I was like, Kelra? Hang on, that's a player. No, Kelra is owned by a player, but Kelra themselves, the nation of Kelra, is not. And then we have got the restoration of the union between Poland and Lithuania, which is one of the ways that they have of restoring it. Lithuania currently...
Update. The Pope is now a tributary of Japan.
That's not
Mordred.
allowed. Yeah.
Sorry, what did Fout just want?
He said you're a tributary of Japan. You have to be bordering them to be a tributary.
I'm not a tributary. The Pope is a tributary.
Oh, the Pope, sorry.
Yeah.
Too many...
No, he knows. We're reeling into it.
Yep.
We're just very confused how on earth that even happened.
Because I can see him.
Doesn't matter, you
Okay.
have to be adjacent. You're not. Cancel it.
What now?
You have to be adjacent, physically adjacent to them to tributary. Just seeing them doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know how I've tributaried them. Then.
Should be a diplomatic thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why I've tributaried them if I.
All right, let me
I'm not
deal with that
adjacent.
after these wars. We'll talk about
Okay,
that then.
I'll. Do you want me to cancel it then? Because he's.
Yes, please, because that shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
All right. Meanwhile, in Germany right now, we have got. I just want to see if they're actually likely to win this. Lithuania coming in with about 16,000 men. Poland, Brandenburg with about 34,000. That should be very one-sided. I was mostly interested to see if Lithuania had managed to get an alliance, possibly with Muscovy, possibly with the Ottomans, but it does not look like that has happened. Meanwhile, over here, we have got the ongoing conflict between the Bahmanis forces and the Oirat forces. Oirat currently licking their wounds, having taken a bunch of damage. Their manpower is now tapped. A lot of their infantry are just empty, as are a lot of their cavalry. They do now have artillery forces. What is their tech level? Oirat's tech level is currently level 9, so they are one behind Bahmanis, but they are doing okay. Jumper jumping into... Oh no, changing their mind. They are probably in a chat thing together. Okay, here we go. Attacking into Bahmanis. 50,000 men against 20. We do have the Condottieri forces coming in. Oirat not coming in quickly enough. 4.4 against 4.4. The Islamic powers do have 1.5 tactics against 1.3. Oirat's forces have now arrived. However, they are not getting the shock bonus. I think they are. I think that might just be a hidden thing, because both sides are losing about 800, 900 men every tick. 1,000 man loss there because their front has now broken. They should now retreat. So another loss there for the Oirat forces. I just don't think they have enough men to really counter what is happening here with Bahmanis. Delhi, meanwhile, being torn apart by rebels. And these are separatist rebels, so those are the dangerous types. How long does Delhi have to deal with them? Baluchistan still has another 30 months before problems start to arise. Jaunpur, meanwhile, has not been able to fight these back from attacking them. The capital of Jaunpur, however, is now under siege as well, and this could certainly cause some problems. But there are many, many rebels rising up on many, many different sides. Meanwhile, over in Germany, Ulm seems to be occupied once again. Their coalition, fairly substantial. Lots of people quite upset with them. How did this happen? Oh, because they gobbled up a bunch more territories too quickly. Yeah, expanding in the HRE, particularly if you're not vassalizing, is a long and slow process, and you've got to be really, really careful with it. Meanwhile, Lithuania currently fighting against the Polish forces, Poland not having had a general in place. Brandenburg coming in a little bit late, -1 for Brandenburg, but Brandenburg does actually have a general, including a shock damage received reduction. There are possibly too many artillery here, not really enough to screen the front line, although that's mostly just casualties that they've taken. Also, Lithuania does have a lot of manpower. Poland is slowly but surely starting to recover, but Brandenburg is also in the coalition war currently. Friesland is fighting against Holland. I think that was what they were saying, with Friesland trying to get Holland as a vassal. That does look like it's going to end fairly successfully, seeing as they do have France and Ulm on their side. So is France helping Ulm out here? What exactly is happening? Against the coalition is Ulm and Friesland. So Brandenburg is in the Holland side, but not in the coalition side. Coalition is just them and Friesland. So Friesland is also going to be fighting against a lot of their border states, seeing as these are nestled nicely between the two of them. So Friesland could also be taking a bit of a blow here. How much do they need to beat them by in order to get the Union? 60% war score, so they are actually very close. They're at 57% right now, so that is likely to peace out relatively soon. How close to capitulation is Lithuania? They're on low, so that restoration of Union is going to trigger. Meanwhile, in Jaunpur, in fact, I just closed Discord. I probably shouldn't do that. That's what I meant to do. Okay, meanwhile, it looks like the Bahmanis forces are just sweeping in